Hello guys, welcome back to another video of Python series. Have you ever written a Python expression and got a result that made you say, wait what? That confusion happens because of operator precedence. I have talked about that in the last video too. And in this video, I'll show you how Python decides what runs first and what runs next. Python doesn't guess, it follows rules. Okay, so first of all, what is operator precedence? Operator precedence is the order which Python executes operator in an expression. Just like math, multiplication happens before addition. Parenthesis changes everything. Python follows the same idea. Okay, so now let's talk about some basic precedence example. I'll write it down. So let's say you wrote a program saying 10 plus 5 into multiplied by 2. So what will be the output of this? If you run it, you might think output will be 30, but it's not, it is 20. Why? Because Python will multiply this 5 multiplied by 2, then it will perform 10 plus 10, then you get 20. Okay, so now let's talk about Python operator precedence in simple language. So I'm gonna write it high to low priority. And by high to low priority means the first one will be executed first, or will be like you can say Python will look for it first. First one is our parenthesis. Second is exponent. Exponent or your multiply sign. First it will look for this and then it will look for this. And third one is these: division, floor division and modulo. And fourth, plus and minus. And then comparison. Actually I forgot the number. Then comes our comparison. Less than, greater than, equals to, not equals to, all of these. Then comes logical operators, logical not, logical and last but not the least, our logical or. So our Python executes these operators in this order. First it will look for parentheses. If the program doesn't have any additional parentheses, it will look for these. If the program have these, it will perform this. As in the above code, you can see, if you remember, it first executed this line, this one, these values. And after that, it will look for the division, floor division or modulo operators, and then the arithmetic operators, and then comes comparison, and then logical operators in order not and or. So let's try some program to understand them better. Let's write a program for exponent versus multiplication. Let's say I wrote 2 to the power of 4 and multiplied by 2. And let's run it. First I'll just comment it out and now run it. So what happened here is, first it did this and its output will be 16, and then it multiplied 16 into 2, so it became 32. So as I told you guys that Python will identify this first and execute it first, and then it will search for the multiplication operator. Okay, now let's move ahead. Now let's talk about comparison plus arithmetic. So what happens if we combine comparison and arithmetic operators? Let's write a program 10 plus 16 and greater than 12. And let's try running it. It's saying true. Why is it saying true? Because it's performing arithmetic operators first. If we look here, as you can see, it's before the comparison operator. Arithmetic operator comes before comparison operators, so it's first like executing, or you can say adding these 10 plus 6, which is 16. Then it tries to evaluate this expression, which gives us value true. Okay, now let's move on to the logical precedence. Logical precedence. What if I write a program saying true or false and false? What will be the output according to you? Do comment below. Okay, first of all, let's clear the terminal and now check. It's saying true. Why? Because Python first executes and after that it executes or. So first it will execute this, which will result in a false, false and false equals to false. It will output with a false. And then true or false, if we have talked about and or operators already in the previous video, so I hope you remember that in OR operator only one condition should be true, so it will print true now. Okay, so now let's talk about some best practices. Even if you know precedence, use parentheses. Code is read more. Okay, so now let's talk about some best practices. Even if you know precedence, use parentheses. Code is read more than it's written. So it means your code will be reading more than it will be written. For example, you will write it once and like so many people might read it. If you are in like working in corporate or some companies, you will write your code and so many people will read it from your team. Okay, cut this okay part. Now some quick rules to remember, or you can say like some rules so you don't mess up with the precedence. First one is parenthesis first, and then power before multiply, multiply before add, and arithmetic before comparison, and the order of logical operator is not, then and last or. And when you are in doubt, just add brackets. Okay, so now that you understand precedence, next we will learn about conditional statement in Python. Python knows the order, now you do too. If operator precedence finally makes sense, like the video, subscribe to the channel and comment order matters. Thank you guys for watching.